Okay, so let's hop right in. I tried two different stock image websites recently. I tried to get onto a third one, but Getty Images seems to be really hard to get into. But that doesn't really matter right now. So I was busy enough with these two, with alamy.com and with Adobe Stock. So about Alamy, I heard that they have a reputation of pretty much accepting everything, and Adobe Stock being a little bit more critical when it comes to image quality and which images they accept. So that is great, good to know. Alamy has a slightly different approach when it comes to accepting you as a contributor. Alamy needs you to sign up for a free account, and then you have to send in 3 images for a first review, part of their normal image review kind of process. And if all of those 3 images make it through and are accepted, you are accepted as a contributor and are allowed to upload more images that then get reviewed and to sell them. Adobe Stock does it in a way that is very similar to Shutterstock. You sign up, again for free, and then you do upload your images right away. They get reviewed, and then if they're accepted, they are on the system for other people to buy them. That's the main difference in between the two. There are, however, other differences as well that I will point out now. So what I did is, in order to compare them to Shutterstock, I uploaded a lot of the images that got rejected by Shutterstock to see what happens on these two systems. So I tried Alamy first and signed up, uploaded my images, and then waited to see what happened. So the way that works is you use the image uploader, and then you would upload images. You tell them, okay, these are photographs, and then later on you upload images, and in order to have them reviewed as your first initial try to get accepted. Now, I did that, and I ran in my first submission attempt to get accepted as a contributor with 3 images that got rejected on Shutterstock. The weaver bird, the hazy landscape shot, and the baboon holding his dandelion. All 3 got rejected for soft or lacking definition. What I like about the web page, and the entire setup is actually quite nice. I like their setup and the user experience. For the most part, I'll get to that in a bit. But what I really like is they have a link to the QC guides here, to the quality guides. And you get this, a PDF, that tells you about their rejection reasons with examples, which is quite helpful, except that the detail in the explanations is not really that detailed. Detailed. So yeah, lack of detail. That's what I want to say, I guess. So, and they're the common ones, the ones that you would expect, like noise, blur, camera shake, retouching kind of artifacts, whatever, chromatic aberration, the usual stuff. Nothing too special. Soft or lacking definition is by them defined as a marked difference in between low-risk compression, marked difference reading. Good skill to have, doesn't work today. Marked difference in definition between low-res compression and when viewed at 100%. So what they mean is, you have an image like this that was at a lower resolution, and then for some reason you, for instance, scale it up. And because of the upscaling, you get like double pixels or pixels that need to be generated in between the original ones, which gives you this blurry look when you look at it at 100% zoom. So, okay, good. I was a bit baffled, I have to say, about the images, but maybe some parts in here, even though I didn't scale them up, had those issues. So I did another attempt with a couple of different images, and hey, one of the images got accepted. An image of a photo of a Dussie on a rainy day up on Table Mountain. The other two got rejected for, again, software lacking definition. So I did another submission attempt. I uploaded the Dussie again to see what happens, just to figure out if the same thing happens here that happened to me on Shutterstock. You upload an image a couple of times and the results are different every time. That does not seem to be the case with Alamy, which is definitely a point for Alamy. So it's not a random system, apparently. The other two images, again, rejected for soft or lacking definition and for noise. So I checked the images again and I actually found a little bit of noise. So, okay, they all want completely noise-free images. That is for photographers, that like for artists, noise is not necessarily such an issue, but I get it that when you have a photo stock site, you don't want people that download and buy for these images to see noise because, I don't know, they don't like it. That is fine. That is totally acceptable. So I tried another attempt with, again, the Dussie. Third time, again accepted. No random system here, apparently. Great. And the two other images were from my recent shoot up on in Constantia Neck, on the other side of Table Mountain here, where I ran into this group of baboons again. And by the way, side note, please check the video from my recent Hike by Shootings playlist, where I documented that encounter on video and show a couple of photos in the process. It's not too long. Check it out if you're interested. So these got rejected again for software lacking definition. The software lacking definition thing is getting is becoming an issue here because they all get rejected for this, except for the Dussie. And I mean, I can only upload 3 images in this process before I get accepted as a contributor, but they all fail for software lacking definition. For nothing else, except for the ones that had obvious noise. So this is something I am starting to worry about because it doesn't make sense. I'll show you why. So let's go to Adobe Stock first, however. So as a photographer that wants to make a little bit of money, or try to, I'm not expecting much, because there are so many images out there, and my photography is not necessarily what people would use to create their websites with, or not most of the websites, or books or whatever. So what I did was, here I uploaded about 20 images that also, most of them were used on Shutterstock and failed, and on Alamy and failed. So I did upload those images, and once you upload them, which is a brilliantly quick way of doing that compared to Shutterstock. Alamy is also pretty easy to do, but by far Adobe Stock so far takes the cake, because you just drag and drop the images in here, you submit them, and then, and as far as I remember, I could even submit them here and drop them in here. And once you have filled out the information for the image, which works super fast because the AI that they use to identify what the image is about and create keywords is pretty spot on if the image is clear. Like something like this foam on the beach at very high shutter speed, that it struggled a little bit with, but I expect that, that's fine. So let's see what happened here. So out of 20 images, these are still in review, and most of the images were reviewed in about 3 days. That is super quick as well. Alamy is also pretty quick. They claim they might need up to 3 weeks. I got my results in mostly like between 3 and 5 days. So that is also very, very good. Um, so let's take a look at the ones that did not get accepted. These 5 are the ones that so far have not been accepted out of 20 that are uploaded. So first one is this image of the inversion cloud layer coming in. The other one is still in review, so I'm waiting. I'm waiting for to see what's happening here. If they get the same results for the same reason, because they're pretty much the same photo, just from a slightly different angle. But this one was not accepted for artifacts or noise. So right away you get on your right hand side information on what the rejection reason is. Very convenient, nice layout. And here they claim it's there might be artifacts due to excessive post-processing and or noise. Okay, excessive artifacts and noise can be caused by low light. Yes, absolutely. Bad camera settings, strong compression, or excessive post-production. Okay, and what I really like is they tell you what images they're actually looking for and why. So right now here you have the sentence, if it was due to post-production effects, yeah, like you adding filters and stuff like that, or something else, know that our customers typically prefer to add their own special effects, filters, or black and white conversions to fit the needs of their projects. That is brilliant communication about what these guys are looking for. Not only the customers of Adobe Stock, but Adobe Stock itself. That is great information to have. I've never seen that on any other page. Maybe I missed it, but I've never seen it, at least in this clear form. That is great information to have if you're starting out on this as a photography beginner. Great. Okay, so I checked, I didn't see any noise, but hey, maybe it's the same case like on Shutterstock, that the AI that does the pre-analysis did not really get what it was seeing in the clouds there, or with the slight haze at the bottom here, and interpreted it as artifacts, noise, or whatever. This image was not edited or altered in any way, except for noise reduction, contrast, and some, I don't know, not much in any case. Cool. So let's take a look at the other other four quickly, because they all got rejected for the same reason: technical issues. So this is where it gets a little bit interesting. Technical issues has not that kind of good description that they had in the first one about the artifacts. They just say we found one or more technical issues. They don't go into details on what those technical issues might be. Is it a compression error? Is it problems with the JPEGs? Was it a problem during the upload that something went wrong? I don't know, because they're not specific about it. But 4 images here got rejected for that very reason, of which one with the frog here even got accepted on Shutterstock, mind you. But again, what you have is 2 links to forums and support that you can click on right away to figure out what's going on. I haven't tried it yet. I will, and I keep you updated on this. But this is like super, super good user experience. This is great. This is super convenient. Great. You are actually valuing me and support me by trying to offer help when my images get rejected. This is worlds away from Shutterstock, and I fear also from Alamy, but I'll get back to that. So let's take a look at the ones that got accepted. Once an image is accepted, it's immediately out there for sale. So 3 days ago, these images got out there this morning because they were accepted sometime around, I think, 9 o'clock this morning. Let's take a look. So now I go to my dashboard. Yeah, sales overview, 0 just started out. So let's see what happens there. I don't expect much, but anyway. So all of these images got accepted without any problems. And now here is the interesting part where we compare Almy to Adobe Stock and to Shutterstock. This frog here, accepted. Yeah. Funny enough, this one, the other frog image had the one rejection reason for technical issues on Adobe Stock. Those were edited and uploaded at the same. Those were uploaded at the same time. They were edited with the same tool on the same day. Come from the same folder. Were shot on the same day with the same camera. So why the other one had technical issues, I don't know. I will try to figure that out. This baboon here, Scarface, he got rejected for software lacking definition on Alamy. This image got rejected on Shutterstock for noise and sensor dust. And I didn't edit these afterwards. These are the same images that went on Shutterstock and on Alamy. Again, here for Adobe Stock, it seems to be fine. The close-up of the baboon alpha male, software lacking definition rejection reason on Alamy, accepted right away on Adobe Stock. Software lacking definition on Alamy, Adobe Stock says it's fine, it's good enough for our guys. And as I said, like as far as I know, Alamy was the one that was supposed to be kind of not too strict on their quality, while Adobe Stock was supposed to be far stricter. I mean, I feel flattered, but I think there is a very different reason why they get rejected on Alamy. So, and then the last one that I need to point out is obviously this one that got rejected on Shutterstock for noise and for sensor dust. This one, and again unaltered, makes it through on Adobe Stock right away. That's a very, very different story, guys. This is how different these stock photo pages are when it comes to the review of images. And to be quite frank with you, so far, against my expectations, Adobe Stock definitely is, as a complete package, after 3 days, my definite favorite. Let's see how the sales work and stuff like that. As I said, I'm not expecting too much. But anyway, because I think my images and the types of photos that I shoot, like nature and landscape, are not something that most of their customers are too interested in. So let's take a look at Alamy. I mean, these guys have rejected these images that Adobe Stock has no problem with. Let's take a look at the original JPEGs. So this is the image that got rejected by Alamy for software lacking definition. Let's go to the 100% zoom. Okay, let's take a look. So they claim this has software lacking definition. And according to their quality guide, they're looking for this kind of blurriness. Yeah. So seen at 100%, this image at 100% looks like that because somebody blew the image up apparently. And then you get this pixel kind of junk. Now when you look at this guy here, I think it looks a lot different. And apparently Adobe Stock does too. So the same issue we had with the Scarface baboon, a little bit further down. Again, go to 100%, 1 to 1, Yeah, so software lacking definition is to me right now a major riddle, and to be quite honest, cause for concern, because I would like to use Alamy. I like the approach and everything, but all my images, except for the Dussie, get rejected by for the same reason, software lacking definition. I am a bit clueless right now to what might cause that. So let me show you the Dussie just briefly. It's a photo from January. January. Here we go. All the way down. And here is the Dussie. Yeah, it was shot in the rain, the same day that I shot this photo that got rejected for of the red flower that got rejected for technical issues on Adobe. And this image made it through on Alamy. I do not see a difference between this and the baboons that I just showed you. So, what is going on, Alamy? Why are you rejecting my images? Do you not like me? Do you not want me to join your lot? I don't know. I'm clueless so far. I will definitely try again. And I still need to find their support board. I haven't found it yet. Maybe I'm blind, but I will definitely try that and see how they respond. Um, because I'm honestly clueless, guys. Like this Dussie gets through 3 times in a row, which is a good thing, and the baboons get rejected. I'm puzzled, to say the least. And the other thing is they don't really make it easy to get feedback. Not like Adobe Stock with a really brilliant approach to, hey, you need help, here are the links, talk to us. That is great. So the verdict so far, Adobe Stock definitely takes the cake, as I said earlier. I'm pleasantly surprised by the experience, by how the website works, by their speed, by how they handle things, except for this technical issue. But hey, I'm willing to figure out what works. And to be quite honest, when it comes to stock photo, you cannot accept images to be uh, not rejected. You will run into this. Not all images that work for different reasons work for stock photo site. That is the nature of the game. Um, when it comes to transparency, Adobe Stock again is far better than Shutterstock certainly and Alamy. Um, but Alamy so far um, is not convincing. And I mean this. What I'm trying on Alamy is right now trying to get accepted as a photographer. And they reject one image after the other for software lacking definition. I'm starting to doubt my sanity. um, so yeah, I will keep you updated on this. I will follow up in a few days to tell you how the things with Alamy went and whether I could get some support from them, and then also what this technical issue problem is. Maybe it might help some of you if you try Adobe Stock, which I encourage. Um, you've got nothing to lose, really. Just be aware that um, when you upload images to Shutterstock or any stock page, actually, if you have something in there like private property, buildings that are very modern or show any type of branding, you will get rejected for legal reasons. And if you show photos of people, then you would need to have a release form that says that person has allowed you to use that photo, which makes urban photography kind of difficult to sell. because you always would did like in an urban photography image, you usually have a lot of private property buildings, privately owned buildings, branding on cars, car plate numbers you have to remove, and many other things. So urban photography is actually quite hard to publish on these websites. Just keep that in mind. Um, and also when you take photos, keep in mind that especially on Adobe Stock, they are looking for images that other designers and graphic designers and artists and creative people can use to create their own designs based on what your images have in them. Okay, cool. So I hope you got something out of it as a beginner or semi-professional. And if you liked it, hit the like button, please. Subscribe if you will. If you don't subscribe, Alamy will probably never accept me. No pressure. And hit the bell button if you subscribe. Leave your comments. Maybe you have some ideas. Maybe you have some similar experiences. Let's share that. I'm happy to hear from you. And just another side note. It's incredibly cold in South Africa and especially in Cape Town right now. We had snow on the mountains, and apparently it's going to snow. It's very likely to snow on Table Mountain this weekend, and I will definitely go up there if I can and take you with me in my next hike by shooting video to show you what that looks like. Snow in Africa, guys. Global warming is part of it. Now, we usually have snow here in the higher areas, but this has been a really nasty cold winter. So look out for that, and otherwise, have a lovely evening. Take photos, take great photos, and have a lot of fun. Enjoy.